Hello and welcome to the Tristan channel. John Ronald Royal Tolkien, commonly known as J.R.R. Tolkien, was a professor, philologist and writer whose works, particularly The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, have become cornerstones of modern fantasy literature. His richly constructed universe, characterized by its detailed languages, histories and cultures, has influenced generations of readers and writers. This video will explore Tolkien's life, his inspiration for creating his literary universe, and the historical context in which he wrote his most celebrated works. J.R.R. Tolkien was born on January 3, 1892, in Bloemfontein, South Africa. His father, Arthur Royal Tolkien, was a bank manager, and his mother, Mabel Suffield, raised him and his younger brother Hilary after their father's death in 1896. Following their father's passing, Mabel moved her children back to England, where Tolkien spent much of his childhood. Tolkien developed an early fascination with language, originating partly from his exposure to various linguistic roots, including Old English and Anglo-Saxon poetry. After a brief stint at a boarding school, he attended Exeter College, Oxford, where he studied classics and English language and literature. It was during this period that he began to develop his unique narratives and mythologies, heavily influenced by his academic interest in philology. Tolkien's experience as a soldier in World War I significantly shaped his worldview and his writing. Commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Lancashire Fusiliers, he saw the horrors of trench warfare, where he fought in the Battle of the Somme. The trauma of war and the loss of many friends left a mark on Tolkien, permeating his later works with themes of fellowship, sacrifice, and the quest for meaning in a world torn apart by conflict. After the war, Tolkien returned to Oxford to complete his studies and later embarked on an academic career specializing in English language and literature. He eventually became a professor of Anglo-Saxon at Pembroke College. Throughout this time, he continued to write, fostering a deep passion for creating languages and stories. His initial foray into publishing began with The Hobbit, released in 1937, which introduced readers to the richly imagined world of Middle-earth. The Hobbit was well received, particularly for its engaging narrative and whimsical elements. Its success encouraged Tolkien to expand on the mythology he had created, leading to the development of his magnum opus, The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings was originally conceived as a sequel to The Hobbit, but as Tolkien delved deeper into his storytelling, it evolved into a more complex narrative, exploring themes of power, corruption, friendship, and perseverance against darkness. Written during the 1940s, the trilogy consists of 3 volumes: The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers and The Return of the King, published between 1954 and 1955. The creation of Middle-earth was an extensive undertaking. Tolkien meticulously developed its languages, peoples and histories, drawing inspiration from various sources, including Norse mythology, Anglo-Saxon literature and his own experiences. Elvish languages such as Quenya and Sindarin, along with intricate histories of races like elves, dwarves and men, brought depth to the world, making it feel alive and real to readers. Tolkien's work is often examined through the lens of its underlying themes. Central to The Lord of the Rings is the idea of power and its consequences, exemplified through the One Ring and its corrupting influence. The struggle against evil is portrayed through the diverse fellowship of characters, showcasing friendship, bravery, and the strength found in unity. Another vital theme is the contrast between industrialization and nature. Tolkien, who had a profound appreciation for the natural world, depicted the beauty of Middle-earth's landscapes and the devastation wrought by industrialization through the character of Saruman and his mechanized army. This reflects Tolkien's concerns for the environment and the loss of rural pastoral life due to modern advancements. Tolkien's impact on literature and popular culture is immeasurable. His works laid the groundwork for the modern fantasy genre, paving the way for countless authors to explore themes of myth and adventure in their storytelling. The detailed world building, character development and linguistic inventiveness found in Tolkien's writings set a new standard for fantasy literature. The popularity of The Lord of the Rings surged further with the release of Peter Jackson's film adaptations in the early 2000s, which brought Tolkien's world to an entirely new audience. These films reignited interest in the original texts, paving the way for adaptations, merchandise, and scholarly discourse around Tolkien and his work. J.R.R. Tolkien remains a seminal figure in literature, whose works resonate with themes of courage, friendship, and the battle against evil. His life experiences, including his childhood, academic journey, and wartime struggles, shaped the intricacies of the world he created in The Lord of the Rings. Through his unparalleled imagination and dedication to crafting a richly detailed universe, Tolkien not only transformed the landscape of modern fantasy, but also left a lasting legacy that continues to captivate readers around the world. As we delve into Middle-earth, we uncover the timeless truths that make Tolkien's work enduringly relevant. The importance of hope, the resilience of the human spirit, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more fascinating content. Hope you are well and see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and tickle the bell so you don't miss future uploads.